Why a weekly college football playoff rankings show is a bad idea. The College Football Playoff (CFP) rankings show, airing every Tuesday, has long been a controversial staple of college football's postseason conversation. While it provides weekly excitement and media buzz, it often serves little practical purpose and risks undermining the CFP committee's credibility. The problem with weekly rankings. The challenge with releasing rankings every week is the limited data available early in the season. In many cases, only about 60% of the season's games have been played when the rankings are unveiled. This forces the committee to make decisions on incomplete information. Teams have played uneven schedules and faced vastly different levels of competition, making comparisons difficult. Moreover, the rankings tend to spark unnecessary debates, especially in early weeks when the team's positions will ultimately be irrelevant. Last year, for example, there were major controversies over ranking teams like Michigan and Ohio State, who would eventually settle their standings on the field. The task is impossible. The committee is tasked with ranking up to 25 teams, often under tight scrutiny. They must evaluate criteria like strength of schedule, head-to-head results, game control, and other subjective factors like road turnover margins. It's an inherently flawed system, especially when the rankings are constantly changing from week to week. By mid-season, teams that ranked poorly in the first weeks of November will likely rise as the season progresses. This lack of consistency breeds confusion and frustration for fans, coaches, and players alike. With no significant data to back these decisions, the committee is constantly under pressure to justify their choices, only for those same decisions to often be reversed later in the season. The solution? End the weekly show. The weekly rankings are more about generating television ratings for ESPN than offering real value to the sport or fans. By waiting until after the conference championship games to make the final rankings, the committee would have more complete data, minimizing unnecessary debate and criticism. In the new 12-team playoff format, where seeding and buys also come into play, this problem will only be exacerbated. Trying to rank teams that may be a fraction of a point apart will lead to even more debates that distract from the actual games. The final take. Instead of a weekly ratings show that fuels unnecessary controversy, the College Football Playoff Committee should focus on the task at hand and wait until the season's final stretch to make their decisions. This would improve the transparency and credibility of the playoff process, while also keeping the attention where it should be, on the games themselves.